So, I I enjoy the idea of debating, and so I was looking for sites, and I just figured I'd check out this one. And I thought this would be kind of nice, but yeah, they literally have topics like this as their debate topic. Um, I don't know who the fuck would waste their time on shit like this. Um, but I mean, apparently it's a thing. I'm curious how many viewers get on this thing. But it seems like they have a lot. So, anyway, um, I don't think I'll touch on that too much. Anyway, with that said, I'm just gonna play some logic puzzles because I wanna. I don't know. I'm just in the mood to solve shit. So what the fuck is this? So, active clues. The miner working at York River finished with 3 fewer ounces of gold. Ooh. Wait, what? Alright. Let's look at the story, I guess, right? New reality TV series aims to follow the pursuits of several gold miners, using only the clues that follow match each miner up to his claim and location. So I guess these are the miners, those are the claims, those are the ounces, those are also the claims. Okay. I don't know, I'll probably just do a couple of these, but okay. No option category will ever be used more than once. Okay. Let's see here. So the miner working at York River should be here. Finished with 3 fewer ounces than Adam. So who's ever working at York can't have 20. Right? And these are all naturally 3 ounces apart, so I can't really do much with that. But what we can infer from that is that, and we know that Adam did not do York River. So, and then we also know that Adam does not have 11. Because this guy finished with 3 fewer ounces than Adam. Which means that Adam is not the lowest out of them all. So, that's fine. And let's see here. So now, the 4 miners were Adam Alford, the miner who found 14 ounces. So Adam. Oh wait, no, I don't want to do that. That's what I want to do. I have to double click. I see. So the 4 miners were Adam Alford, miner who found 14 ounces of gold. Oh wait, no, that doesn't mean that he did that. No. I see. I have to click multiple times. Okay. So this is just telling us who they were. So the 4 miners were Adam. The miner found 14. The miner found 17, and the prospector at Glacier Grove. So we know Adam was not at Glacier, and we know that he did not find 14 ounces of gold, and we know he did not find that. So that must be how many he had. And we also can determine that the York River found 3 fewer ounces than Adam, so that must be him. And I used to love these when I was in middle school. These were so much fun. And let's see. And we know that Adam did not work at Glacier Grove. But we also know that the person at Glacier Grove did not find 14 ounces and 17 ounces, which is fine. So I think that makes sense. Right? I guess so. We also know that Adam did not work at Glacier Grove, which we have that there. That's fine. But since he's this one, we also know that he didn't work at Glacier Grove either. So, fun. I think that's all we can extrapolate from there. But then we have Dilbert, who worked at the Glacier Grove claim. So Dilbert worked at Glacier Grove. Now, we also know then that Dilbert did not have the 14 ounces, and he did not have the 17 ounces. So that must mean he's there, based on this one. So Dilbert equals Glacier, and Glacier was not these three values right there. So, that's good to know. And we do know Dilbert was at Glacier Grove, so we can do that. And then it's always just these fuckers that are fun. So, what else can we tell here? Gil Gonzalez worked the Bell Hart claim. So he worked Bell Hart. It's good to know. And Bell Hart either did the 14 or the 17. So that's going to be a little harder to figure out, but the good news is we know you did that, unless you did that. So, if that's where we're at, So if we know, well, we don't really know. We got to determine between Bell Hart and Culver Gorge. So there's nothing on either of those. Well, except for the fact that Gil worked at Bell Hart. And Adam was Culver, right? So we know that Adam was Culver George, right? And then you were there. And then this should be fucking easy, right? Like, because if, yeah, it should be figured out, right? So if Gil is Bell Hart, well, how do we, Let me just make sure I got, yep, I am live. Okay. So I gotta figure out who the fuck is who. So if Dilbert is 11 and you are 20, well, let's go back to this first one. So whoever worked at York River, which we know is Ivan, right? Yeah, so Ivan did that. Yeah, so you worked York River 3 fewer than Adam. That means you're here and you're here, right? Did I get it? So Adam did 20, Culver George, Dilbert did 11, Glacier Grove, and then Gil did 14, yep, and he was Bell Hart, and Ivan was 17, and he did York River. Okay, so I did it, yeah. Cool. Cool. This was an easy one. Yeah, some of the really complicated ones are super annoying. No, this is just like deduction. So like when you when you talk to people about politics or something like that, it gets really obnoxious. 93 seconds. Oh, that's cool. I was not that quick at all. But let's solve another puzzle. We'll try a 3x5. You know what? Let's do another 3x4. and we'll keep it easy, and we'll do two of each. Try to up the ante a little bit. So, start puzzle. So, story. Bill has a series of job interviews this week, each for a different type of position at a different company. Match each job position to its company and determine for each. Okay, so we have. It gets really confusing when these are all like fucking numbers, but we have positions, days, companies, and positions. So let's go back to clues. So Alpha Plus, which is a company. The Alpha Plus interview is on August 20th. So this tells us, right, that we're supposed to figure out the interview dates. Yes, okay. So it's literally telling us Alpha Plus is August 20th. Doesn't really tell us too much more other than that. I want to make that there. The Santa Code interview is 1 day after the Alpha Plus. So that means that. Hence, the Hey Touch interview is 1 day before the interview for social media position. Before the social media one. Alright, I'm just trying to figure out how to put this in here. So, Hey Touch is 1 day before. So that means that Hey Touch is not for the social media, right? But we don't know when the social media was, which one that belongs to yet, which is fine. But we do know that it can't be at the top because Hey Touch is one before the interview. So that means that's that, right? And then we can also conclude that the social media is there. And then that means that it's Streeter Inc., which means you are social media, which means the Hey Touch interview. Yeah, okay. And that means that we know that, well, we don't know which, I guess we don't know which one's which. That's fine. The Sandcode job interview is for the web developer job. The meeting on August 20th will be either the Streeter Inc. interview or the meeting for the tech support position. Meeting on August 20th. So this one, Alpha Plus, will be either the Streeter Inc. interview. So the meeting on August 20th will either be the Streeter Inc. interview or the meeting for the tech support position. Okay, so it's giving us, so either will either be wait, what? The meeting on August 20th will be either the Streeter Inc. interview, which we know it isn't, or the meeting for the tech support position. So it's got to be the tech support position, right? Which means that Alpha Plus, tech support, Hey Touch is graphic design, and web developer, and that should be the answers, right? Yep. Easy peasy. Solve another one. So let's try to do easy, but we'll do, oh geez, they have 4 by 7. Okay, we'll do 3 by 5. And just, well, you know what, let's do 3 by 4. Oh, I don't know how hard these get. I think we'll keep it 3 by 5, and we'll keep it easy. So let's create a puzzle. Let's see what we got here. Start this puzzle. Okay. They get progressively worse. And then I don't know. Maybe we could. I don't like typing debates. Those annoy me. I'd rather do it verbally. Maybe we'll try something like that later. So let's see what we got here. Story. Number of heroes have set up shop and sit in the city, hoping to clean up the streets. Match each person to his identity, determine the year he started, and the neighborhood. Alright. What's under notes? This is just stuff I can type? Yeah, okay. So basically there is the year, the superhero, the real names. Cool. Same process as before, there's just an extra variable. So the 5 people are Wonder Man, Tim Trevino. Wait, hold on here. Tim Trevino. Okay, these are the 5 people. So it's real name, superheroes, years they started. Okay. So it's giving us 5 separate people. So Wonder Man is not Tim Trevino. So we know that Wonder Man is not Tim. Wonder Man, it did not start in 2011. He is not Cal Copeland, and he is not Hal Houston. Let's do likewise with Tim. So Tim is not Wonder Man, yep. Tim is not the superhero who started in 2011. And Tim is not, well, we know he's not Cal Copeland or Hal Houston because they're separate names. But we do know that, so the superhero started in 2011 is not Tim, he is not Cal, and he is not Hal. So that's cool. Now we also know that Cal, yeah, and I'm pretty sure we got that figured out, but Cal, yeah, did not start in 2011, and neither did Hal. So got that all worked out, I believe. Let's see if we can extrapolate more here. So Green Avenger equals the person who started in 2010 or Tim Trevino. The fuck? I got a bunch of photos here. Cool. Okay. Fun shit. So anyway, Green Avenger is either 2010 or Tim. So that means that it tells me, I guess, that those two aren't the same. Unless they are the same, that'd be a dick fucking move. But it would tell me that Tim is likely not 2010. We'll pocket that shit, but I'm pretty confident that that means that Tim can't be 2010 either. Which is okay with me. Prism Shield, what a name, didn't start his patrol in 2008. So Prism Shield is not 2008. Prism Shield is Hal Houston. That's good to know. So if Prism Shield is Hal Houston, I'm just going to go back now, then that's one of them. I don't think there's too much more other than Prism Shield did not start in 2011 then, right? Because Hal Houston was not the 2011 one, and he's obviously not Wonder Man as a result of that. So that makes perfect sense. So Tim Trevino began 2 years after Ned. 2 years after Ned, so he can't be here and he can't be there. And that means that Ned can't be there. He can't be there. And he can't be there because that's Tim isn't there. So Ned has to be one of those two, and Tim has to be one of these two, if I'm correct. Ultra Hex is Arnold Ashley. Alright. Ultra Hex, Arnold Ashley. Okay. Which means Ned Nielsen is Wonder Man, right? So that means that Wonder Man did not start. I guess we don't know who Tim is, though. But I guess, see, this would just tell us right away whether or not, because we could put Tim at 2009. But if it's both, that's just dirty as shit. But it's easy, so I don't think they'd do that. But okay, let's pocket that one. If we get desperate, we'll utilize it. Let's see. So Prism is Hal. What do we know about Hal? Hal did not start in 2011. Did not start in 2008. There's a lot on Tim. Like, we know that Tim is distinguished from Wonder Man. Who is Tim? Tim is either Max Fusion or Green Avenger. So I'm going to assume that means that we can separate those two. So that means that Tim would be 2009. And then we know that Tim began 2 years after Ned. Yeah, so the reason I'm doing this is because or implies that they're two separate entities. They can't be the same. It's almost like saying you're Joe, but you're also the tallest. Or it's either Joe or the tallest guy in the room. Like, it's kind of used colloquially as a joke, but if you're trying to be like super logical, I think that that's not fair. A proper definition of the use of the word or. Tim began 2 years after Ned. That means Ned is here. Okay, which means you go right here. That means Arnold is 2011. And Arnold is Ultra Hex. Gotcha. And does this mean that, who is Tim? No, we don't know who Tim is yet. It's either Green Avenger or Max Fusion. 2 years after Ned. Tim began 2 years after Ned. What does it tell us? Doesn't tell us shit about Ned. Let's look at Prism Shield again. See, it gets immediately harder when you only have the extra layer. So I don't want to use any hints really. So this one I think is probably going to be critical here. So we know who. Oh shit! Don't know who. Wonder Man is Ned Nielsen, right? How did we figure that out? If Wonder Man is Ned Nielsen, gotcha. So I guess the only two people would be, because we have Tim, Cal, and Hal. Well, Wonder Man is Ned Nielsen, and we know Ned Nielsen started there, so we'll do that. So we have Ned, we have Tim, although we don't actually have Tim. Tim is still at large in terms of his superhero identity. Then we have the 2011 person who we figured out was Ultra Hex, and we know Ultra Hex is Arnold. Yeah, so that's all figured out. Oh, so weird. Gotta figure out Cal and Hal. So, we know he's not Ultra Hex. Ultra Hex is all figured out. That's fine. So basically, the only one that we have completely... There's two that we have completely figured out. It's these guys and these guys. So, Ultra Hex and Wonder Man are completely figured out, which is fine. It's just the other pricks. Prism Shield and... the Green Avenger is either 2010 or he's Tim, so that means that he can't be 2008. Which means that Max is 2008, right? And it's just these two guys, Cal and Hal. Oh, and Tim. I feel like I did something wrong here. Maybe I didn't. Hold on here. So it's Cal and Hal, and we still don't know who Tim is, right? Yeah, we don't know who Tim is. I feel like something's wrong here. Yeah, something's wrong or I'm onto something. So Hal, we don't know what year Hal and Cal started. But we figured out who Hal is. Hal is Prism. And we don't know when Prism started. Do we know when Hal started? No, we don't. Fuck. Man, those are just the variables. Tim Trevino began 2 years after Ned. Oh, yeah, we know all that shit. Green Avenger is either the person who started in 2010 or Tim Trevino, who started in 2009. We just don't know when Hal... We know Hal is Prism Shield, yeah. We just don't know who or when they started was the hard part. So I'm curious. When did Tim There's no, like, after. I mean, well, 2 years after Ned, right? And Ned, oh yeah. So Tim is, yeah, he's 2009. We don't know if he's Green Avenger or not. Yeah, we don't know if he's Green Avenger or Max Fusion. And Max Fusion is... Ooh. Well, Tim Trevino can't be Max Fusion. Yeah. So Tim Trevino can't be Max Fusion because Max Fusion is 2008. So Tim Trevino must be Green Avenger. Right? And since Green Avenger is Tim Trevino, he can't be 2010. Right? So, right? Just make sure this all matches up here. Oh wait, and then... So Green Avenger is 2009 and he's Tim. Okay. Max Fusion is 2008 and he's Cal. Prism is 2010 and he's Hal. And Max was Cal. That's right, that's why I'm getting confused. Ultra Hex was 2011. He was Arnold, yep. And Wonder Man was Ned and he was Ned. So yay, I did it. Oh my gosh, that was... Alright, let's try another one. We're going to go back to 3x4 and we're going to try just moderate difficulty. Because God, that was fucking hard. It's more details, so. Alright, it's a little harder. Let's read this story. A group of longtime skydivers are planning a new jump today. Match each jumper to their suit color and determine what year each began skydiving and how many total jumps. So basically, the years, the suit colors, and the names. Cool. It's supposed to be harder. Let's see what point my brain bugs out, although that last one was confusing. So, Dwayne and Arnold. One wears the red suit, and the other started. Okay, see, that's fucking great. So, one wears the red suit, the other started skydiving in 1983. So, what we can confirm from that is that the red suit is not corollary with skydiving, right? So red. Oh wait, or yeah, okay. Red is not 1983. That's what I'm trying to say. And then Dwayne or Arnold is one of these people. So that means that these guys are not. And likewise, one wears the red suit. Yeah, okay. So that means that likewise, Dwayne and Arnold, basically these two pricks are not red, is what that also tells us. And the skydiving is either Dwayne or Arnold. So, or the 1983 is either, yeah, Dwayne or Arnold. We did that one. Okay. I think that's all we can really extrapolate there. Just kind of one parameter with the color, unfortunately. So, of the jumper who first started, so that's just one statement. That was a pretty good turnout. So, of the jumper who first started in 1985, I wonder if I could. Let's. What am I trying to do here? Oh, I'm doing the black screen thing again. That sucks. I hate that. I hate that so much. Okay. And can I go? That really sucks. I hate that shit. I fucking hate that. Nice. That's really nice. Okay. Cool. Let me go here real quick. I hate how I fucking do that. So it's why we do it though, so we get it out of our fucking heads. Let's do here real quick. And let's do. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. We'll go, yeah. Let's do this. Cool shit. Alrighty. Everything should be good now. Jeez. Alright, I need to stop doing that. So I basically just wasted the entire first puzzle, or the first two puzzles, but that's okay. Yeah. I think other than that, we'll just do that. Alrighty, so of the jumper who first started in 1980, just to be clear, so of Dwayne and Arnold, one wears the red suit, the other started skydiving in 1983. Thus, one of these two has to be 1983, so it can't be those two. The red has to be either one of those, but it has Yeah, so the red can't be 1983. Those are dichotomous, basically. And then with that said, since one of those has to be red, we know those two can't be red either. So that's how we figured that out. Anyway, of the jumper who first started in 1985, and Everett. So Everett is not 1985 either. One wears the red suit. Oh, jeez. One wears the red suit. And the other wears the indigo. Okay. So between Everett and this 1985 guy, Sir Everett either wears the red or the indigo. But we know he doesn't wear the red. So that's good. Gotcha. We know he doesn't wear that, so he has to be indigo. And since that's the case, that means the 1985 one wears the red. Which means that it doesn't really tell me much about which one's which, though. Like whether Dwayne or Arnold was the... Oh wait, that can't be right. No, it can't. It just means one of those guys was 1985. That's all that means. That's all it means. It doesn't mean anything else. Yeah, no, I think the other thing I mentioned on while the screen was black was just there's this stupid debate forum, and there was a debate on whether jerking off was gay, and that is fascinating to me. So, anyway. Arnold started skydiving 1 year after the jumper who wears the maroon suit. So Arnold, oh jeez. So Arnold is not 1982, which is pretty much fucking useless, because we pretty much knew that. Arnold started skydiving 1 year after the jumper who wears the maroon suit. So that means that the maroon suit is not, yeah, well, we know that. But Arnold is not maroon either. And we don't know who wears the maroon suit. Oh, this is an interesting dynamic, because if Arnold... It really depends if Arnold is 1983 or not, because that'll tell us a lot. So, anyway, the jumper who first started... What was Everett? We don't know anything about Everett yet, other than stuff he's not. Jumper who first started in 1984 wears the indigo suit. Everett is indigo. So that's good to know. Alright, since we know Everett was 1984, and he wears the indigo suit, that means that 1985 was the red suit. Which we know that already. And that means that we still don't really have any more information on Dwayne and Arnold then, do we? That's the hard part. It's just distinguishing between those two. Well, one started skydiving in 1983, and one wears the red suit. In addition, we know I don't know much about Dwayne, really. So, okay, let's look at this Dwayne and Arnold thing. So if Dwayne is... Let's say Dwayne wears the red suit. Okay. And Arnold. Depends where Arnold is, but if Arnold Okay, but anyway, so if Dwayne wears the red suit, and Dwayne wears the red suit here, where's Everett? Wait a second here. Okay, no, okay. This is just the way it's phrased. So, of the jumper who first started in 1985 in Everett, one wears the red suit, the other wears the indigo suit. So, Everett wears the indigo. We know that. He's 1984. So, if Arnold wears the red suit, that means that he is 1985. Right? And that would mean that he started skydiving 1 year after the person who wore the maroon suit, which we know the indigo suit was there. So that means that Arnold could not be 1995. He has to be here. That means that Dwayne, by definition, was 1993 or 1983. No, Dwayne wears the red. Right? That means that Dwayne is 1985, okay? Right, yeah. And that means that Arnold must be 1982, or Marcus must be 1982. And that means he must be the maroon, because it was 1 year behind Arnold. Which means Arnold Silver. Hey, completed. I just wish I didn't start the stream like a bum. What is with my camera? Can I shut that off? That's not good. Did it go away? It went away. That was weird as shit. Okay. Okay. So, I need to get better at this shit. But okay, so that was a longer one, 57 seconds. Jeez, some people were pretty good at this, I think. Yeah. Okay. Let's try a hard one. So just for history's sake, we tried a 3.5 at easy, but there's also different difficulties to each one. So we'll try challenging now on the 3.4, and then we'll progressively move our way up. But for now, we just did the 3 by 5. So create puzzle. Start this puzzle. So this is a 3 by 4 still, but it's hard. So it means we really have to use our deductive brains here. Alrighty, story. Alright, Gaming Club holds one game night each month. So we have the month, the hosts, and the games. At which a number of members gather to play a different board game, using only the clues, yada yada yada. Okay, cool. So, we got months, hosts, and games. That's the important part. So, of the game played in April, and we're just going to start off with this first one and just extrapolate as much as we can before moving on to the other ones, and then we can go back later. But this one's hard, so let's hope we can do that. So, of the game played in April, and the game hosted Ira's house, so that means that Ira did not play in April. One was Rules of War, and the other was Android Disco. So that means that Ira was not this one, and it was not that one. And that also means that the April game was one of those two. And we just don't know which one's which, but we do know that Ira is not in April. So, fun stuff. The board game, hosted at Zachary's house, was played sometime after Ember Fight. So Zachary... Where are you, Zach? So Zachary was played after. So Zachary is not in January. In addition, because it couldn't have been played after if it was the first in the sequence. Now, if Zachary was not that Ember Fight game, so Zachary's not Ember Fight, And Ember Fight could not be April, which we already know. I feel like there's something else there. Like, I mean, Ember Fights. Maybe. I don't know yet, but we don't have proof, so we'll just move on. Ember Fight was played 2 months before Android Disco. So, 2 months. So that means it can't be March either. It'd have to be February or January. Interesting. Vendetta was played 2 months before the board game hosted at Gerald's house. So Vendetta can't be there either. Am I missing anything? I don't feel like those were particularly helpful, but so Vendetta was played 2 months before the board game at Gerald's house, which means Gerald did not play Vendetta, and Gerald could not be January. And just like Android Disco couldn't have been played in February either. Or in January either, sorry, misspoke. So, goddamn. So Zach, we know he's not January. And we know Gerald isn't. Alright, we'll start over here now, just to get us some more information. Of the game played in April, and the game hosted at Ira's house, right? One was Rules of War. I wish I could, like, right-click these. And, like, just mark it as a potential, but that's fine. Okay, so yeah, those other ones are like single parameter options. It's not great. So of the game played in April, the game hosted at Ira's house, one was Rules of War, and the other was Android Disco. So April and Ira. Doesn't really tell us much about Ira, other than she played. Oh well, I guess Ira couldn't have played. Yeah, she couldn't have done those two. Yep. And then the April one could also. Oh, it's gonna be so annoying to figure out. So, fuck. So, if April is that, I mean, Rules of War, and the other was Android Disco. Shoo. The board game hosted at Zachary's house was played after Ember Fight. We don't know what Zachary played, but we know he's not in January. And that also means that Ember Fights can't be. So if it was sometime after Ember Fights, does that mean it has to be after February as well? Probably not. The board game hosted at Zachary's house was played sometime after Ember Fight. And Ember Fight was 2 months before Android Disco. So, 2 months. And that also means that Android Disco can't be here. Just trying to figure out if Ember Fight was played in January or not, or February. Which is interesting, because that means that Android Disco would have to be 2 months after, which doesn't really tell us much other than that it's not in February. And Vendetta has a similar situation with Gerald. Alright, let's start over again. Just keep reading through it until it makes sense. So of the game played in April, which we know was either Android or Rules. I don't know much about Rules other than that. But we do know Ira was either... It's not April, but... Yeah, it's this timeline shit that's fucking confusing here. So... Android Disco, we know can't be these two. And Android was either in April or it was in March. Now, with that said, we know Ira did not play Android Disco. Oh, well, shit. Oh, no, it could be fucking that shit. Okay, Jesus. We know Ira... Oh, motherfucker. Shit. So, of the game played in April, the game hosted at Ira's house. Ira. One was Rules of War, and the other was Android Disco. So if Ira... Okay, here we go. So Ira... So Android Disco was played later. Hence this statement here. In Ira... So if it was April for the Android Disco, Ember Fight would be here. Oop. And if it was Ira... Ira did, let's say Ira does, which Ira would have to be, oh, is Ira March? Or it could be January as well, but no. Because Ira must have done Rules of War or Android Disco. And Rules of War is the vague one here. God, I fucking hate deductions sometimes. Ember Fight. Yeah, Ember Fight's just before. It's because Zach hosted a game after Ember Fight. And Android Disco. Android Disco was after it as well. So it does seem like Vendetta... Man, okay. And this fucking manual guy, which haven't even really got to yet. I almost need like some insane chart here to like gather the relationships. So Ira, I wonder if why is this all fucked up? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why are you... don't like. I wonder if I can shut it off. Now it's gone again. That's so weird. Nope. Let's deactivate it. And let's activate it again. Probably just gonna need to get a new one at some point. It's really annoying. Might be something wrong with the screen, which is fine. Anyway, I'll leave it up there and then we'll just fix it off screen. Because I'm not sure what's going on. But, as long as my audio is okay, that should be fine. So, where the fuck were we? Trying to figure this shit out. So, of the game played in April and the game hosted at Ivor's house, one was Rules of War, the other was Android Disco. Correct. Board game hosted at Zachary's house was played sometime after Ember Fight. Zach could be... Ember Fight could be either there. Ember Fight was played 2 months before Android Disco. So we know Ember Fight. It could be, because it could be that still, right? So Ember Fight and Vendetta are going to be one of these two. And with that said, man. So which one went in January and which one went in February is really what we're trying to figure out here. So Rules of War, I guess it can't be either of those then, right? It's going to be one of those two. So that's true as well. And thus, Gerald, since he couldn't have played Vendetta, we know he's not that one. I mean, Vendetta could still be there, I guess, right? Damn. Probably something there, and I'm probably just too dumb to see it, but we'll keep going here. Game played in April, the game hosted at Ivor's house. One was Rules of War, and the other was Android Disco. Board game hosted at Zachary's house was played sometime after Ember Fight. These are hard, man. Board game hosted at Zachary's house was played sometime after Ember Fight. I just don't have any values. That's the hard part. So Vendetta was played 2 months before the board game hosted at Gerald's house. What do I know about Gerald other than Vendetta? Nothing much, really. It's this strange cross-sectional analysis that's very difficult. Let's see. So who can be April? I mean, it could be literally anybody, which doesn't really help. March could be virtually anybody. February could be virtually. January can only be Ira or Man. I feel like Ira's later, because she has to be Rules of War or Android, and those are both later. So Ira can't be January, and she can't be February. Right? That helps a little bit. Which means she's March. Fuck, that took way too long. So if she's March, what does that tell us? So Ira is March. And let's see if we can deduce like 2 months after Ember Fight. It'll depend like shit. Board game hosted at Zachary was played sometime after Ember Fight. Motherfucker. So if Ember Fight's here, then I mean he could be there, but otherwise he must have been involved in Android or Rules of War. Right? It just says sometime after, which isn't very helpful though. Like this one. Oh, wait. So Vendetta was 2 months before Gerald, however you say it, and Ember Fight was 2 months before Disco. So that means that, I mean, it could be either or, right? But let's say that Ember Fight is here and Vendetta is here. It means Gerald would have to be March. And Ira or Gerald would have to be in April. And Ira is not April. That's right. So Ira has to be March. And Gerald would have to be April then. Yes, so Gerald has to be April. Fuck. Which means Zachary has to be February, and Manuel has to be January. Okay. Alrighty. Making progress. Making fucking progress here. Let's go here. I just want to make sure this is going okay. This is mute. Yep, it's muted. And it's me. Cool. Good shit. Okay. Back to here. We're making progress. I don't know how long I spent on this, but probably too fucking long. So, there's Ira. Okay. Manuel, Zachary. So we know was played after Ember Fight, which means Ember Fight must have been here. Vendetta must be there, and that was 2 months before the game at Gerald's house, which is fucking perfect. So that also means Ember Fight is Manuel, just to fill this in, and Vendetta is Zachary, and then we still have this, right? Because we know well, we know Ira was March, right? But we don't know which one. Oh, well, Ira was March. And if this... Oh, the game could be played in either March or April. Well, hold on here. It was played sometime after Ember Fight. And we know Zachary... Yep, it's Vendetta, that's fine. And Ember Fight was played 2 months before Android Disco. There we go. And then this means that Gerald and Ira, right? Hey, fuck me. That took so goddamn long. Alright, we're gonna try 3x5, and I did this off, but I did the easy one on 3x5, so we're gonna try moderate, and we're gonna do this one. Yeah, my brain fucking, it's in pain. Oh, Jesus. Okay, story. Tiffany is looking for a new podcast to listen to on her commute from work to each day. Help her narrow down her choices by matching each podcast host or his or her topic and determine how many total downloads each podcast has and what year it began. So we have the download, the year it began, and then the host. Nice. What a stupid way to fucking determine which podcast I'll listen to. Right. Alright. Dixie Dean's podcast started in 2008. Thank you for fucking making that easy. So, the podcast with 3 million downloads, the show with 5 million downloads, and the show that began in 2012 and the podcast that began in 2010 are all different shows. Nice. So, 3 million is not 2012. Oop. Or 2010. So the 5 million is not 2012 or 2010. Yeah, I think that's just the 4 parameters there. So that means the 3 or the 5 million. I wish it gave me more, like a 5th one, you know, but whatever. Eva Estrada's show, and we know Dixie Dean is 2008, so we know Dixie Dean is not the 5 million, and Dixie Dean is not the 3 million. Right. So, it's good to know. You would think the older ones might have more views. But yes. Okay. Chat. That show it? Maybe. Anyway. Good shit. Where are you? Okay. So, Eva Estrada's show has more downloads than Geneva Gold's. So, Eva is not 1 million, and Geneva is not 5 million. That's cool, I guess. I think that's pretty much all I can extrapolate from that as of right now. Dixie Dean's podcast has 4 million. Nice. 4 million downloads, and we know it was in 2008. Cool. Cool. So, let's see here. The podcast that began in 2012 has 2 million fewer downloads than the show that began in 2015. And the show that began in 2015? The podcast that began in 2012 has 2 million fewer downloads than the show. So the 2012 can't be any of those, but it has 2 million fewer downloads than the 2015. So that means that the 2015 would either have to be this one or that one. It can't be that one, right? So it would have to be that. Which tells me 2012 has to be this, right? Means you have to be that, and you have to be that. That really gave all that to me. Maybe I was just being slow the last one. I don't know. And then just the reason for that was because if it had 2 million fewer downloads, it had to be either this one or this one, given it's only 2 positions left.
When it couldn't be that one already, it had to be this one. When it couldn't be the 4 million, it had to be the 3 million. Process of elimination. So, that's good. And we just need to figure out who the fuck they are, and then we'll be fine. So, anyway, Cora Capon's show has 1 million fewer downloads than the show that began in 2010. So, Cora Capon could not be this. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Cora Capon could not be that, just first off. Because you can't be number 4, thus can't be it. Which also means that the one that has 5 million, yeah, it's 2013, so that was. But anyway, the show that began in 2010, which we don't really, we do know. So the 2 million fucker was 2010, and if Cora Capon's had 1 million fewer, then Cora Capon must be 1 million, which means that she is 2012. Of the show with 5 million downloads and the show with 3 million downloads, which were brought up in point 1, one started in 2015 and the other is Bobby Boris. 2015 was the 3 million. So 2015 is the 3 million. Wait, what? I don't know. No, it's no. Hold the fuck on. Yes. Okay. So basically, the 3 million is not Bobby. So that means the 5 million is Bobby. Yeah. Okay. And that means that Bobby did not start in 2015. But Bobby did start in 2013. Okay. And now I gotta figure out who was who here. So let's go back to this second one. The podcast with 3 million. It's not 2012. Well, we know. Alright, we know Cora was 2012. And they hit 1 million. I'm trying to figure out the 3 million here. .2010 had the. Is there anything on 2010? Eva Estrada has more downloads than Geneva. So you could literally be either of those fucking two. Thanks for nothing. This is a fucking annoying one. This is just 2 little fuckers left. I can do this. Oh, Podcast in 2012 has 2 million fewer downloads than the one in 2015. So, the one in 2015... Yeah, okay, we know that shit already, yeah. But the one in 2015 was... I should know this. No, the 2015 is the one with the 3 million downloads. And it's not... It's either Eva or Geneva. Oh, shit. Eva is here. Right? $2015, 3 million. And Eva has to be. Right? Yay, fuck. Okay, yeah. Yay, okay. I forgot to fill in the other ones, but I guess it's okay if I don't. So, solve another puzzle. Ugh. 71% penalty rate. Okay. Let's try challenging on a 3x5. we've solved them all so far, which is good. The problem is just making sure my brain like stays in fucking check. Santa Vista Canine Obedience School just graduated a series of dogs that just completed their training. Using only the clues below, match each dog to its trainer and determine how many weeks it's spent at obedience school, as well as the town it is from. I wonder if I could... Let me just do... do that. So that's cool. It probably doesn't matter. Alright. Great. Oh, really? Wait. Remember, as with all grid-based logic puzzles, no option in any category will ever be used more than once. If you get stuck or run into problems, try clear errors. Remove... No option in any category will ever be used more than once. What? It's fucking weird. I feel like I use a bunch of these over again just to like get a bigger picture. So, alright. The one... Oh fuck, so what do we got here? We got training, trainers, and dogs. Motherfucker. So one that was in school for 10 weeks is either the dog Teresa. So 10 weeks is either Teresa or Martha. So 10 weeks is either Martha or Teresa. And okay, cool. Right, cool, you know. They are women. They are all women. What the hell? Cooper has had a training period that was somewhat longer than that of Jake. Cooper had a training period that was longer than that of Jake. Okay. Cooper is not 6 weeks. Jake is not 10 weeks. Cool. Of the canine Martha trained and Lucky, one wasn't... Okay, so Martha and Lucky, one of those is 7 and one of those is 9. Alright, Martha is either... Oh fuck, so Martha can be 10 weeks. She could also be 7 weeks. So 7 weeks is either... So 7 weeks, fuck me, is either Martha or it's Lucky. But Martha is not Lucky. That's what I can take from that. Okay. Gizmo and one Martha trained are different dogs. So Martha is not Gizmo. Man, Martha's fucking busy. Lucky trained 1 week more than the canine Stephanie trained. So Lucky cannot be there. Stephanie cannot be here. Ugh, this is gonna suck. I can already tell this one's gonna suck. Alright. Bailey is either the one Rachel trained or the canine that was in school for 8 weeks. Bailey is either the one Rachel trained. Okay, so Bailey, motherfucking Bailey here. Or, okay, it's either Rachel or the 8-weeker. Great, thank you. It doesn't tell me much, but we do know, I guess, that Rachel is not 8 weeks, right? And Stephanie did not do Lucky, I guess, as well. And Martha did not do Gizmo. Gizmo. Fuck, man. Alright. And Bailey could be Rachel. Who the fuck knows? Gizmo trained 1 week more than the dog Rachel trained. So Gizmo is not Rachel. And Rachel. Yeah, we know that shit. Alright, that's not a lot of information. Shit, man. Alright, so we have the one that was in school for 10 weeks is either the dog Teresa trained or the dog Martha trained. Cool. Oh, there's so much. Cooper had a training period that was somewhat longer than that of Jake. Of the canine Martha trained, of the canine Martha trained, and Lucky. So we should know a lot about Martha. Martha, it was not Lucky. One was in 7 or 9. So Lucky is either 7 or 9. And Martha should be 7 and 9 as well. Right? Something I didn't pick up on. So, Gizmo and Martha are fucking different. It's good to fucking know. And Lucky trained 1 week more than what Stephanie did. So that means that Stephanie is either 6 or 8, but she's not 6. Which means that Lucky trained 1 week more than Stephanie. So, right? And cool, 10 weeks is Teresa. And Martha. Okay, that's fine. Alright, there's a lot that just happened there. I just need to kind of grasp it all again. So Billy is either the one Rachel trained or the canine that was in school for. Okay, wait, hold on. Alright, different dogs. Lucky trained 1 more fucking week than Stephanie. We know that. Stephanie is not Lucky. Cool. Bailey is either the one Rachel trained or the canine that was in school. What do we know about Rachel? But Rachel did not do 8 weeks. Yep. Doesn't tell me much except maybe. Oh, so wait, Bailey is either Rachel, which could be any of those fuckers, or it's Stephanie's. We don't know which one Rachel did, so that's not super helpful. Gizmo trained 1 week more than the dog Rachel trained. So that gives us some reference points. Gizmo and Bailey. Oh, 1 week more than Rachel. So this one can't be Gizmo. We do know that shit already. Gizmo trained 1 week more than the dog Rachel trained. So, and Rachel can't be here. No, Rachel could. Shit. Gizmo trained 1 week more. Oh, no, well, yeah, no, he can't. 1 week more than the dog Rachel trained. Fuck. Well, Rachel... oh, wait, Gizmo trained... I don't have Rachel. That's my issue. Stop trying to make something that there's not. Nope. That fell off. Just put that back up there. Technical difficulties today. So I feel like I don't have here filled out very well, but that's fine, I guess. So okay, context. Let's start over. The one that was in school for 10 weeks is either Teresa or Martha. We know it's Teresa, but we don't know the dog, which could be Gizmo, Cooper, or Bailey. Cooper had a training period that was somewhat longer than Jake. Jake, we don't know where he was, but it was longer. Probably not a lot based on the somewhat, but you know, whatever. I'm not going to read too deeply into that. So we got to figure out what Jake was then, too. Of the canine Martha trained, which was either one of those three, which is not Gizmo or Lucky. One was in classes for 7 weeks, the other was in 9, and we know Martha. Yes. Oh, we don't. Fuck. Is Martha 9? Martha could still be 9, yeah. Could be 7 too. What? Yeah, we don't know anything about 7. Okay. Other was in classes for 9. Gizmo and the one Martha trained are different dogs. Lucky trained 1 week more than the canine Stephanie trained. What do we know about Stephanie? Nothing. Nothing at all. So Bailey is either one of Rachel, the one Rachel trains, or the one that was in school for 8 weeks. Doesn't tell me much. So a lot of that overlaps, which sucks. Well, we do know Gizmo could either be here, or here, or there, actually, which doesn't really help us that much. Let's try again. The one that was in school for 10 weeks is either Teresa or Martha. We know Teresa, we don't know Martha. Cooper had a training period that was somewhat longer than that of Jake. Cooper after Jake. Great. I want to read into that word somewhat because it's dumb as fuck. But if it was somewhat longer than Jake, it was probably not that long. So that means that Cooper couldn't be here, right? Right? I don't know if I should do that. I'll do that if I'm desperate, but... Alright. Of the canine Martha trained and Lucky, one was in classes for 7 weeks. Oh! So we know Teresa was 10 weeks. And Martha could be either 9 or 7, yeah. Okay. She didn't train Lucky, So she couldn't have been. Yeah, so she's not Lucky, so she must be the 7-weeker, right? And if she's the 7-weeker, means Lucky was the 9-weeker. What do we know about Gizmo here? Nothing much. 1 week more than the dog Rachel trained. So Rachel was either 6 or 9 weeks. Bailey's either the one Rachel trained, or the canine that was in school for 8 weeks. So who trained Lucky? All these fucking variables. Alright, let's start over here. We figured out Martha was 7 weeks. So, Teresa's 10 and Martha is 7. And we don't know which dogs they trained. Cooper had a training period somewhat longer than Jake. Jake could be any of those fucking values. Pretty much. Cooper. Yep, okay, not much. I would say Cooper probably isn't the 10-weeker, but you know, you can never be too fucking certain. Of the canine Martha trained and Lucky, one was in classes for 7 and the other was for 9. Lucky was for 9, Martha was 7. Yep, got that figured out. Gizmo, I could probably get rid of this one. And then that one too, right? Because those are fucking figured out, yeah. Cooper had a training period that was somewhat longer than that of Jake. Okay, it's not super helpful, but whatever. Gizmo and the one Martha trained are different dogs. That doesn't help me either. Really does not help me. Although Nadine is 6 or 9 weeks. Rachel could also be 9, right? Rachel and Nadine, that's like the only shit I'm missing out on there. Well, yeah, this doesn't help. Bailey's either the one Rachel trained or 8 weeks. So Bailey is either Rachel or 8 weeks, but we do know Rachel can't be 8 weeks. Happy Joy. And Gizmo trained 1 week more than the dog Rachel trained. And Rachel could have only trained Lucky or Jake, right? Hold on. Train 1. Rachel only could have trained Fuck. This is hard. I don't know how many more of these I'm going to be able to do. Cooper had a training period that was somewhat longer than that of Jake. What the fuck, man? Jake could be a lot of things. Anyways, I don't know anything about Gizmo other than, I mean, it's 1 week more than either. Oh shit! Wait, yeah. Sorry, Jesus. Gizmo trained 1 week more than either 6 weeks or 9. So he is not here basically, because Rachel couldn't have trained a dog there. Which means that Gizmo is either here or he's there. And Gizmo was not trained by Martha, so Gizmo is here. Fuck. Which means Gizmo was trained by Teresa. Happiness. So what did I do there? Just because that went so quick once I found it. He trained 1 more week than Rachel. I basically looked at Rachel's time. You have to like contrast all 3 data points at once and like find it. So Gizmo trained 1 week more than the Rachel dog. And the Rachel dog. Yeah, so that means that Rachel, by definition, must be the 9 weeks. Which means that she did lucky. Which means you did lucky. Alright. And Bailey is either the one Rachel trained or the canine that was in school. So Bailey is not the one that Rachel trained, so thus she was in school for 8 weeks. And Lucky trained 1 week more than Stephanie. We know Stephanie is Bailey. So Stephanie. And the canine Stephanie trained. Okay. Which means you are here, you are here, you are here. And I don't think I have to do this, but Nadine and Cooper should be fucking Martha. So, submit. Did I get it right? Yes! Yes! Happiness. Okay. Cool. Should I try? I'll try. I'm just going to keep going until I can't do it anymore. So we just did 3x5 challenging. Let's do 4x4 easy. Ramp it up here ever so slowly. Alright. Fuck me. Okay, so this is even harder because there's like submarines, companies, mass depths, and prices. So there's 4 fucking components here, basically. And they're all dumbass names. And they have feet and I hate when they have like 2 numerical figures. So the Stetto G5 costs $1,000 more. So Stetto 5 is not 4,000, right? So Stetto G5 costs 1,000 more. So Stetto 5 costs this. Maximum depth of 4,000 feet. Okay. Oh wait, no. That doesn't follow. See, this is why I hate numbers. It costs $1,000 more. Oh well, than the submarine with 4,000 feet depth. So this means that the Stetto cannot be the cheapest. Ooh. And it means that the 4,000 footer is not the most expensive. That's all that means, given the data that we have. 28,000 craft is sold by Pan Systems. So Pan Systems is the most fucking expensive, right? And that could be Stetto G5 still. But you think the depth might correlate to the price, but who the fuck knows? I'm not assuming this is a rational economy, even though it's not really how companies like this work anyway. The submarine with the maximum depth of 4,000 feet, which is the one we talked about up here, costs somewhat less than the Abbey. So the Abbey is not 4,000 feet. And it's somewhat less. Which I should have checked the last one to see what the situation was, but okay. But that also means that Abbey X is not the cheapest. And yeah. It also means that the 4,000 foot one is not the most expensive, which we already know. So, the craft built by Deep Sea Inc. is either Deep Sea Inc. is either the Abbey or where the fuck is it? Or the Yukani. Okay? Which means that since the Abbey is more expensive and can't be the cheapest, I guess that doesn't fucking mean anything just because of the Yukani yet. Of the submarine built by Ecomarine Ltd. So Ecomarine is not the 28,000. We know that shit. We know which one's the 28,000. Okay, but so between Pan and Ecomarine, one has 5,000 foot, 5.500 depth, or 5.5 thousand depth, and the other is the Steto G5. Okay. So, motherfucker, so Steto is not 5.5. And okay, so Ecomarine is the 5.5 or the Steto. Motherfucker. These ones are the weird fuckers because they multi-cross shit. Okay. Let me read this again. Of the submarine built by Ecomarine in the 28,000, so Ecomarine is not 28,000, we know that shit. It's a 28,000. One has a depth of 5.5, and the other is the Steto. So if the Steto is not 5.5 thousand, which we know, these numbers are fucking me. But it could be the 28 fucker. If it's the 28, then it costs $1,000 more than whatever the hell that one is. Okay. I'll leave it for now. The Yukani Q2 costs 26,000. Thank you. And it costs 1,000 more than the submarine with a maximum depth of 8.5. Okay. So first off, that's you. So the Rubica 1 has 8.5 thousand feet. Okay. Making progress. Making progress, jeez. So, I'll take it. So, let's go back. The Steto G5 costs $1,000 more than the 4,000 foot one. So, actually, shit, we know you have to go there. So the Steto is 11,000. And we know how much it costs? Not quite, but we know it's either 27 or that, and the 4,000 one has to be you, and you have to be there. Alright, that's good, that's really good. Holy shit, okay. So we have the contrast between the depth and the subs, like we know what they do. We don't necessarily, so if this one is 8,000 feet, then that means that one is 8.5. And if we know that this one is 4,000 feet. That tells us something, doesn't it? So Steto should cost $1,000 more than this fucker. That's Steto. That's that. Furthermore, we're just figuring out the fucking companies, right? Like, this should all be easy now. So, boom. This should be the 5.5. And then we have you, which should be the 11,000. Okay. And then we just gotta figure out what companies, which should be fairly easy. Should be. So, 20, yep, we fucking know. So we need to figure out Abyss Toys, Deep Sea, and Ecomarine. Let's look at this one then. So Deep Sea is either Abby or Yukani. Okay. Submarine with the maximum depth of force costs less than Abby X4. So so I'll just be clear here. 4,000 feet was this fucker, which is the Yukani, and it costs someone less than Abby, which that's Abby. Okay, so basically that whole somewhat doesn't mean shit for future reference. So the craft built by Deep Sea Inc. is either Abby X4 or Yukani. So Deep Sea is either Abby or Yukani, right? Which means that. Okay. Which means that Deep Sea is you, right? And okay. Of the submarine built by Ecomarine and the 28,000 submersible, one has a maximum depth of 5.5 thousand feet. The other is okay. Fuck. It's too much data. Submarine built by Ecomarine, which we know for. Do we know? No, we know Deep Sea. We don't know Ecomarine. So the submarine built by Ecomarine. Ecomarine could be the Steto. But it's not the 28,000. So that means that the Ecomarine, well, if the Steto was Ecomarine, so basically if Steto is Ecomarine, just to be clear, Deep Sea is that. Okay, Pan Systems is this. Just do that, just for my own fucking sanity here. And I should probably follow this fucker too, but I don't think I normally. Deep Sea is 4,000, and Pan Systems is 5.5. Cool. Okay. So Ecomarine is not the 28,000 when we know this shit. If it's the Steto is 27, and that cost 1,000 more than the fucking Yukani. So if the 28,000 is Abby, what is 28? 28,000 is the Abby, so it's not the Steto, but it does have the 5.5. So that means that the Steto is fucking you. Jesus. 11? And you are... Which means that... Holy shit, okay. 11,000 feet is you and you, right? Submit. Holy shit, I did it. Okay. Fuck. Yeah, I kinda... Okay, that's easy. Moderate. What have I been going here? Almost 2 hours, that's fine. Okay, start the puzzle. Look. So, What do we fucking have here? Clients, masseuses, massages, and prices. Okay. So, the Shih Tzu, or the Shih Tzu. Holy fucking Jesus. Alright. So, the Shih Tzu is a massage. So, holy fuck, paid less than Terry's client. So, Shih Tzu is not Terry. Wait, Terry's client? Oh, it's a masseuse. Okay. Terry does not have Shih Tzu. Okay? Shih Tzu is not Terry. Yeah, okay. Fuck. Okay. And the other thing is, the Shih Tzu paid less than Terry. So Terry is not that, and the Shih Tzu is not the most expensive. Okay? Right? Okay. Misty's client paid less than Juana. Misty is not you. And Juana is not Misty. Oh, and fuck, Juana's a client and Misty's a masseuse. Jesus. Okay. That sucks. The names as well. Like, if you couple the names and then you couple the numbers, it just makes it so much fucking more annoying. But I don't know, this is good for like just extrapolating shit and kind of going down logic trees, and it strengthens the mind in that regard. So it's kind of nice for debates and research and whatnot. Maybe I'll do some after this, but this is taking a fucking while, so maybe not. Beulah was either the client who got the Ayurvedic massage, Ayurvedic, or the client who paid $170. So Beulah was either the client who got that massage or paid $170. So could be one or the other, but the Ayurvedic massage was not the most expensive, so that is not that. Alright, back to Misty here. Oh, and did I do Misty? Yeah, no, did I have one? Okay. Misty's client was either Beulah. Okay, so Beulah did not pay $160. Either Beulah or the person who paid $160. Okay. Cool. Of the person who got the Shih Tzu massage and the client who got the reflex. Okay, so one was Hannah. Hannah is not 160. One of those fuckers. Oh, one of those fuckers is one of those fuckers. Okay. Cool. Beulah paid $10 more than Vicky. Not Vicky. Than Vicky's client. And Vicky. Oof. Okay. Caroline was either the client who got the Shih Tzu massage or Terry. So Terry does not do Shih Tzu. We know that shit. Caroline. She could be Terry, okay? Caroline's a fucking bitch, man, jeez. Juana wasn't Terry's client. Okay, so Juana, that tells me something. Right? Ah, Jesus. Wasn't Terry's client. Alright. There is so much cross-referencing bullshit at this point. that it's not even funny that I need to do in order to solve this puzzle. So, the Shiatsu massage is not the most expensive. We figured this out. Misty's client, and we know Terry did not do the Shiatsu. We know Misty paid less than Juana. Juana, we have no fucking idea what she paid. But it was either her or Caroline who paid the $160. Or in Misty's client, so Beulah's was either the client who got the. Alright, she either got. Motherfucker. Beulah equals that or 170. But we do know that that was not 170. Misty's client was either Beulah or the person who paid 160. So hold on. What the fuck? Okay. So that's fine. Okay, or the person who paid 160. Or the person who got the Shiatsu massage, the client who got the reflex. So one was Hannah, the other paid 160. I know Hannah. Okay. Hannah could have gotten the reflexology or the Shiatsu, but not these fuckers. Right? Likewise, the 160 could not have gotten these two, which means that was the cheapest. And basically, if there's just one little square left, that has to be it, basically. So, okay. There's a lot of 160s here. So, Beulah paid $10 more than Vicky. And Vicky, we have no fucking idea what you paid. Other than Vicky's client, right? Yeah, okay. But Beulah is not Vicky's client. Yep. Caroline was either the client who got the Shiatsu massage or Terry's client. Fuck. Okay. It's not super helpful, I don't think, yet. Juana wasn't Terry's client, which we know. Let's get rid of this one's fucking useless. Because I think... so we know the 150 is that Aruvik one. And Beulah either got the Aruvik or the 70. Okay. So Beulah still could have gotten that. Is there anything else on Beulah? Because they mentioned her a lot. So Beulah either did not pay the 160. Doesn't really tell me much else. Paid $10 more. Okay. Beulah paid $10 more. So Beulah can't be here. Either. So Beulah did not get the Uverdic one. I'm definitely saying that wrong. So if you pay $10 more than Vicky's client, that means Vicky's client can't be here, right? Because you can only have done those ones. Shiatsu. vague fucking instructions. Client who got the Shih Tzu. So Shih Tzu. Let's look at Shih Tzu now. Everything we know about Shih Tzu. So Shih Tzu. Person who went to Shih Tzu paid less than Terry's fucker. And then either Hannah or the $160 fuck got the Shih Tzu. Okay, and Caroline may have been that Shih Tzu person, or Terry. Terry did not do the Shih Tzu at all, right? So Terry did not do the Shih Tzu. Because either Shih Tzu or Terry. Oh, fuck. And we don't know who Terry's client is. We have no idea who paid the $170. Oh, well, Beulah. No, Beulah can't be the 150. Can't be that. So she has to be the 170. Fuck. Can't believe I overread that. Who paid the 170? Yes. Then we have Misty. Okay. Well, okay. So fuck, that clears up a lot, I think. Beulah paid $10 more than Vicky's client. So Vicky's client. Fucking Vicky. Where are you? Vicky's here. Okay. And we know she didn't get the Vic. Okay. And basically, one of those two got the Shih Tzu. So either it was Vicky's client or Beulah. And Terry's client did not do the Shih Tzu, right? So Misty, we know, did not pay the 160. So Misty and Beulah are the same, right? Get rid of that one, which means Olivia. That helps a lot. So if Misty, you are Misty, I should just do that. And we don't know quite what massage you did, I don't think. And I think we can get rid of this one too. Because we know you paid the 170. Whoop. Yep. Okay. So Beulah paid $10 more than Vicky's clients. Yada yada yada. Vicky's client is either Caroline or Juana. And we know Terry isn't Juana. And we know Caroline either got Shih Tzu or Terry's. Fuck, this doesn't really help me. Well, the only people who could have been... So Terry, hold on. Terry is the $180 one, right? Yeah. And we know... Motherfucker, bro. Client who got the Shih Tzu massage paid less than Terry's clients. Terry, that's everybody. So, it's everybody. I mean, but we do know that was either Vicky or Misty. Or wait, no, we don't. We know that's either. Oh, It has to be Caroline or Juana. That's right. But we do know the Shih Tzu. Oh, Hannah can't be the 160. It's the 170. Beulah paid $10 more for Vicky's client than Vicky's client. I'm gonna give her that one too, right? $10 more than Vicky's. Maybe this one I should bring back. Because, I mean, I don't quite know which one the 170 was for. So either the Shih Tzu or the Reflexology is 160, which we know, which means that Hannah did not pay either of those. What the fuck, bro? Terry's a pricey ass bitch. So Juana couldn't actually have been there. Misty's client was either Beulah or the person who paid $160. Beulah paid, okay. Misty's fucking client, man. Misty was Beulah. So that means she wasn't the 160. We know that. Juana wasn't Terry's, but she could be Vicky or Olivia. What's up with Vicky? I don't know who paid the 170, man. Well, Hannah, hold on here. Hannah is either of those two. Yeah, so that might be. So Hannah has to be Reflexology or Shih Tzu. Right? Yeah, I think I fucked up. Because Hannah. Why couldn't Hannah be 160? Yeah. So Hannah must have gotten the fucking I don't know what it did anymore. I thought Beulah didn't get that. So Hannah, hold on. Hannah got Reflexology or the Shih Tzu. Could she have gotten the Shih Tzu? Because we know that... Oh, we don't know which one's which either. Fuck, okay. Hannah must be one of them. Okay, I think I'm blocking that in too quickly there. So the 160 has to be one of them, though, right? Yeah. And Hannah has to be one of them as well. But she's not the 160. What the fuck? Okay. Jesus. Yeah, Hannah couldn't have paid the 160. Yes, that makes sense. So, okay, for Shih Tzu, because there's only two options, right? So Shih Tzu is either 160 or 170. If Hannah can't be either, she can't be the Shih Tzu. Well, the Shih Tzu could be 170. I'm so confused. What the fuck? Client who got the reflexology. One was Hannah, the other was 160. So we know Hannah wasn't 160. That means she must have been the ones. Hey, she could be the 180. That's true. Okay, never mind. Fuck me. Fuck me, dude. Jeez. Okay, anyway, let's do this real quick. You're Utervik or whatever. So Jesus. Okay. Olivia is somehow the person I happen to know more about, even though she wasn't really mentioned in any of this. Okay. There's 2 people who can be Shih Tzu and 3 who can be reflexology. So who can be Shih Tzu? It can be Carolyn could be Shih Tzu, or Wanna could be Shih Tzu. Right? So Wanna we know isn't Terry. So Wanna... Does Wanna have to be Shih Tzu? I guess she could be... She could be Olivia, right? But then could Caroline be... Yeah, Caroline could be either though, right? It's almost like you have to start like fucking inserting values into this shit. So, let's say Caroline got the Shih Tzu, right? She would have paid less. She would have paid less. That follows. Misty's client is... Okay. Oh, wait. Misty's client paid less than Wanna. That's not fucking right. And Wanna wasn't Terry. Like, I went insane? Misty's client, which is Beulah, paid less than fucking Wanna. I give up. I don't know what happened. Jesus, I had a bunch of errors. Okay. Yeah, something was wrong there. Wait, how is Misty's client? Oh, wait. Misty's client. Right? Good, okay. Jesus, I was fucked. I fucked that up so bad. Alright, Misty's client paid less than Wanna, which means that Wanna must have paid this, right? Still good? Thank fucking God. Which means you, which means you, which means you. Okay. So, holy shit. Clear errors. And the Yurdovic, that must be that one, right? Yep. Means you, which means you, which means you. Which means... Yeah, okay. I fucked it all up somehow. Olivia, Hannah, reflexology. You've got Caroline, Misty, and Shitsu. Right, and then you have fucking Hannah, Wana, and she was Vicky, and you are Swedish. And then Terry was this one. Holy shit, I get so fucked. And Vicky was Swedish. Great. Well, I think we're done because that was really hard. This was just another test stream just to get some shit figured out. It seems like my webcam's got some issues. And then it also seems like I keep streaming with a black screen, which is not good. So anyway, I'll have to learn to stop that. But yeah, thank you and I appreciate watching, and we'll see you.